Hello, growers. If you enjoy podcasts like this one, tune into my podcast In Search of Soil on YouTube for a deep dive into the mysteries beneath our feet. Join me as I explore topics such as mycorrhizal fungi, mushrooms, compost, biochar, and more. It's a soil nerd's dream. We're going deep. We're talking to scientists about all things soil related. Whether you're a seasoned farmer or a gardener just starting out, our podcast has something for everyone. Listen in and grow with us. Check out In Search of Soil on YouTube.
One thing I do want to make sure we cover in this is if we look at the three main groups, and I know you've emphasized there's more than three, but if we look at the three main kind of by definition groups in that mother culture, and let's go through them. So we have Lactobacillus, phototrophic bacteria, and yeast. Can you talk about each one specifically and its role in the soil? So if I just add Lactobacillus to the soil, what is that doing for the soil and the plants in that soil? And then just going down the list.
All three of them produce different types of substances that are beneficial to plants, like plant hormones or plant available nutrients, or they produce substances, metabolites that interact with the nutrients in the soil to make them plant available. And then they don't produce things that stress the plants, which is what pathogens do produce. So they each have different types of things they produce in those broad categories, like phototrophic bacteria produce antioxidants, and they also can engage the nitrogen cycle. They can fix nitrogen out of the air, for example. Lactic acid bacteria produce organic acids, which have a benefit for the area around the rhizosphere. Yeast produce vitamins and chelating materials. But it may not be that those things they produce are being directly absorbed by the plant. It could be that they're stimulating that biology so the overall activity increases, but increases in a certain way that's beneficial rather than pathogens that are producing stress compounds.
Would that be the case for adding a mother culture to a traditional compost pile? Lactobacillus isn't going to break down lignin in wood, but it might produce byproducts that feed the fungi that break down the wood.
Yeah, exactly. We do a lot of composting, inoculants, and projects. And yes, one is accelerating the process. It absolutely, you can measure the acceleration of the process, making it more uniform so that you're getting a more consistent finished product, which is important in commercial composting where the end product's being used for fertilizer. So the beneficial microbes going in a fermentative or regenerative pathway versus putrefactive pathway. So disease microbes are defined as disease microbes because they secrete or they excrete metabolites that are stressful to plants and animals, that oxidize the cells and damage the plant. So it just so happens that those types of organisms also produce foul smells. A lot of those metabolites are odor compounds. So it's like we have God-given built into us the ability to tell if something is bad because it's putrefied and it smells bad. If you grow E. coli in the lab, for example, it stinks. Okay? with the regenerative pathway, the beneficial microbes, it doesn't stink. It's more of a sweet fermented smell, a pickling smell, and it doesn't linger and it doesn't go long distances. It's there, but it goes away. Whereas a stinky one, if you go to a place where there's high levels of foul odor compounds in the air, like maybe on a livestock barn or a wastewater treatment sludge handling plant, like that stuff sticks to your clothes. Like you leave that place and you got to change
Right.
because it still smells. So, that's just, so in composting, odor control, we have some clients that are like doing large scale composting near urban areas, and they can't have a foul odor. They'll get shut down. So they use our product not only for accelerating the process, but also for controlling odors.
And the odor control is done effectively. If we look at the microbial side, it's just eliminating those or lessening the putrefying organisms that would create the odor to begin with.
That and there's a chemical effect. One effect for odor control is displacing the microbes that create odors. Another is odor compounds that already exist and neutralizing them instantaneously chemically. One is a biological process that can happen over time. The other is an immediate chemical reaction, which is neutralizing an odor compound.
Today's episode is brought to you by Modern Grower, a proud retailer of the Sumi Soaker system. The Sumi Soaker system is an irrigation game changer. It offers multiple advantages for market gardeners. Even gentle watering without dry spots common with wobblers. The system is lightweight and portable, so you can use it with quick rotation crops. It's low maintenance with no parts to break or clog. It's versatile. You can use it for direct seeding, transplants, and cover crops. And it's very cost effective compared to overhead options. And maybe one of its best and most unique features is it can put down water in a rectangular pattern, which is very different than rotating sprinklers that leave circular patterns, often with dry corners and overwatered centers. If you want to learn more about the Sumi Soaker system, use the link below or visit us at shop.moderngrower.co.